We are going to change out the bearings on the front wheels of the 1940 Ford. And I've already pulled everything off. And one of the first problems that I saw was on both of them, this guy, which is the inner seal bearing, was just kind of hanging there on both of them. So it had come off. I did order the same one. We'll see if it fits inside of the caliper as well. This is just from 2 days, that little bit of rust, but I've got some cleaner and all that good stuff, so that'll be good. So I'm going to start by just cleaning everything up real good. That's first on the agenda. So I've got some brake and parts cleaner, and then I've also got some engine cleaner. That's going to be for the engine because this hasn't been cleaned in years. But I also have brake and parts cleaner. Okay, here we go. I don't have any rags, so I will just use what I have in here. So there was enough rust on it that I decided to just sand them all off. And then I'll hit it with the harsh cleaner. But yeah, definitely enough rust on there to decide that it would be a good idea to just sand them. I'm just using a 150 grit. And they feel good. These brakes are smooth. I don't know how old they are, but they're thick and they're smooth. There's no big divots in them or anything like that. So that's probably good enough. And then I'll just spray it out again. I've got both surfaces, front and back. The pads will get the rust off as soon as I start using them. This one is even worse. I just don't want to put that on my, I don't want my pads to be exposed to all that rust. I'm sure it doesn't hurt them, but why have it all nasty and, dirty like that? We have to clean up these stays as well. Get it cleaned up a little bit better on the inside. All that old residual grease needs to come out because it would be considered a contaminant now. So you can see even after I've wiped it down a bunch, there's still plenty left. So just work it all out till it's gone. And then give it one last squirt. That side's clean. And the races look pretty good on this thing, so I don't feel like I need to change the races out at all. I think they're in pretty good shape. Or are they called stays? The bearing stays, I don't know. Okay, well that's the cleaning side of it. Now we're just gonna start packing some grease, packing some bearings. So basically I'm gonna put this on my left palm, and then in the center, and then I'm gonna just start packing the bearings. Okay, so I got the bearings in, I packed them with my nitrile gloves, which I don't have on anymore, and I should have worn them the whole time. And then I took the inner seal, and it says outward on here, so that goes out. And I used a flat 2x material to pound it in, and I saw in the video you could hear it thud when it stops, and it did. So it's in nice and straight, it feels consistent. It feels like it's nice and flat. So I think that that's gonna work pretty good. So I just need to do that to the other side. And then we will probably add a little more grease inside of there, and then we'll at least get it started to be put in. Okay, so I actually recessed them just a bit on purpose. This tapers in or fillets in, and I just exposed that fillet, and there's still plenty of room for the bearing to turn. So, and I want plenty of grease in there, so I think I'm going to fill in between the bearing and this fitting too. I think it just seems like a relatively good idea. So that's what I'm going to do now. I don't think this will hurt anything. And they say to put some on the seal too, right? Some grease. But I'm actually getting it between the bearing and the seal. Hopefully it doesn't get hot and expand and blow the seal out. But if it does, I guess it'll be a new lesson that I've learned. I'll just go ahead and get some on it, in between them and on the rubber. And then I'm going to wipe it off and start installing. Well, we got it all buttoned up, put back together. The bearings are in, and yeah, it looks really good. And the front bearings are great now, but stay tuned for the next video. This is where I need help, especially from people that know anything about pinion angle and the rear ends and all that good stuff, because I'm kind of at a loss on the next part. So stay tuned and watch the next video, please, and give me some help. I need it.